Tonight on CTV News at 11:30. Wildfires continue to burn across the province. We'll have the latest on the situation in the Northeast. Plus, artificial intelligence sparks heated debate.
There are individuals that are boycotting organizations, especially small businesses, that may be using AI tools.
Why some operations in the north are facing criticism for using the tool and how business owners are responding. And breaking down barriers to outdoor fun.
It's important for people with disabilities to be immersed in our community and to be as active and part of everything going on as everybody else.
Summer activities in Sault Ste. Marie have become more inclusive thanks to new equipment.
CTV News at 11:30 with Ian Campbell and Tony Rima with weather.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Friday night. Ian is off. We begin tonight with the latest on the wildfire situation across Northern Ontario. In its latest update, the Ministry of Natural Resources reports 2 new uncontrolled wildfires burning near Lake Nipigon in the northwest. That brings the total to 133 active blazes in the northwest, while 38 fires remain active in the northeast. Officials confirmed no new fires were discovered in the northeast region today. Love it or hate it, artificial intelligence use is going up. Some restaurants in Northern Ontario have faced criticism for using the divisive tool. CTV's Madison Merrier explains.
One small business owner spoke about the anonymous hate she and other restaurants have been experiencing for their use of AI on social media.
If I could afford it, I would. I truly, truly would. But right now, I can't afford it. Every penny that I have goes right back into this business, keeping my employees employed, keeping my product available.
There are individuals that are boycotting organizations, especially small businesses, that may be using AI tools. I would caution against that. Look, these are small businesses. It's 80% of our economy.
Savage says she started advertising her business by word of mouth before diving into social media. She saw AI as a solution to keep up with big business marketing on a limited budget.
The hours that I'm working, not on their feet, not juggling multiple orders, not understanding the time and the availability we have, or let alone the funds that we have on a given basis.
Meanwhile, the McIntyre Coffee Shop and Catering in Timmins doesn't want to see AI replace what they find joy in.
Advertising and marketing should remain fun. It should be something that we have fun with, and that's how we did get a lot of the positive feedback from our community.
DCM says he doesn't like how AI photos lack creativity, which inspired him to turn to older software.
I noticed that a lot of restaurants, food trucks, and catering companies use these AI-generated menus with random stock images and the same, color formatting and everything. And I was walking one day and I just thought I should try and make something on Paint. And I didn't even know if Paint was still a program and still around.
Kotek says AI has a significant impact on the environment. Some developments are being made to reduce water and energy consumption, but the demand for AI is outpacing environmental sustainability. Madison Merrier, CTV News, Sudbury.
Sudbury police have arrested a 33-year-old after a robbery at a business on Regent Street near the city's south end. According to investigators, they received a report last night around 11 that a man had entered a business demanding cash, saying there was an armed individual outside waiting. The suspect fled the scene but was located in the city's downtown 30 minutes later. Police say they recovered a portion of the cash but no firearm. Improvements to the Victor M. Power Airport in Timmins are underway. Construction has begun on a $3.3 million multi-phase project. Renovations will include an expanded lounge, updated security screening area, and the terminal's exterior facade. The city is advising sections of the curbside parking lane will be closed to accommodate the work. Also, taxi and shuttle pickup and drop-off locations may shift throughout the construction. They ask people to follow signs and staff directions for safety. Warm days like today make us grateful for things like splash pads and beaches. In Sault Ste. Marie, the purchase of new accessibility equipment will allow people in wheelchairs to be full participants in those summertime activities. CTV's Corey Nordstrom has more.
Who doesn't like to go to the beach on a hot, sunny day?
Diane Morel is proud to show off the newest addition to the Sault's Pointe de Chene beach.
Speaking from personal experience, when I go to the beach, it was really nice to be able to be there and look out on the water and feel the cooling breeze. But it's so much better if you can get into the water and cool yourself off.
The city's accessibility coordinator proudly displays the new water wheelchair that adults can now book at the public beach. And for kids, the municipality has also purchased 3 new water wheelchairs for its Bellevue Park and Manzo Park splash pads.
Children and youth with disabilities, physical disabilities, that have mobility equipment, it can't get wet. It has specialty seating, it doesn't dry well. Some of them have power components, so it's impossible for these children to be able to use the splash pad in their current seating. It's kind of like a tough screen kind of mesh, so it doesn't hold on to the water.
The chairs are among a number of accessibility changes made by the city, including enhanced parking at the beach and improved change tables at Bellevue Park.
It's important for people with disabilities to be immersed in our community and to be as active and part of everything going on as everybody else.
Booking can be done by visiting the water wheelchair section of the accessibility tab on the city's website. After registering, members of the public will receive further information and have the choice of their preferred date and time. Access is on a first-come, first-served basis. Corey Nordstrom, CTV News, Sault Ste. Marie.
Vale says it's continuing to make progress in dismantling Sudbury Superstack. In its latest post to Facebook, the mining giant says the iconic structure has now been reduced a total of 210 feet or 64 meters. Demolition into the facility has been in full swing since June 1st. The Superstack now stands at 1,036 feet or a little more than 315 meters. It's now the 3rd tallest freestanding structure in the country, behind the CN Tower and First Canada Place in Toronto. This morning, a milestone that's been decades in the making. The Gordie Howe Bridge connecting Windsor to Detroit officially opened today, creating a new connection between Canada and the United States. The $6 billion piece of infrastructure at times has been a point of controversy, with U.S. President Donald Trump weighing into the fray. Today, Canadian officials held their own ribbon cutting and no American guests were invited. CTV's Michelle Molesky reports.
A hockey game on Mr. Hockey's bridge.
I love how it's in Gordie Howe's name. Oh. Hockey's my favorite sport, so I think that it's amazing that we're out here doing this.
Not many people get to do this today.
Yeah, really excited and I'm really happy.
Leaders from Caldwell and Walpole Island First Nations blessed Windsor-Detroit's 3rd border crossing.
God keep our land.
O Canada, sung by a CBSA officer with 25 years experience, who will now transfer to the new bridge as of Monday.
Is this a big day for you?
Yes, it's a huge day for me, and it's exciting. This has been long awaited for our opening, and so this is very exciting.
15,800 people worked on the bridge.
Their work carried out safely with high quality, and I can assure you real pride in what they've done here, is literally embedded in every element of where we stand today.
And having designed, built, and financed the longest cable-stayed span in North America, Bridging North America will now pivot to operating and maintaining it.
It includes the largest combined ports of entry on the Canadian-U.S. border, an extensive roadway network, and the technology and operations that will keep one of North America's most important trade corridors moving.
30 members of the Howe family traveled from across North America for the ribbon-cutting event.
Our parents loved life, and they loved people. They dedicated their lives to building bridges between people, between families, between communities, and between nations. This bridge will serve as an unmistakable symbol of the priceless bond and true friendship between the people of Canada and the people of the United States.
They stood shoulder to shoulder with politicians and builders for a moment that is more than 25 years in the making. A second bridge for Windsor-Detroit. CBSA then got right to work, processing the very first transport. This crossing is expected to save truckers 850,000 hours per year sitting idling on Windsor streets.
It's National Self-Care Day. Today, Independent Living Sudbury Manitoulin celebrated by offering several activities designed to support physical, mental, and emotional well-being. CTV's Elena Everson reports.
A day dedicated to wellness and relaxation at Independent Living Sudbury Manitoulin, a resource, recreation, and leisure center for people living with disabilities.
Emotional wellness, you should feel you should feel self-love for yourself. You should love yourself, and I really want them to have those awesome photos done so they can admire themselves and feel proud of how they look.
There was hand and foot care, haircuts, and several activities to learn about the pillars of self-care. 30-year-old Isabel Lemieux has cerebral palsy and is taking part in a Reiki session for the first time.
You'll basically concentrate in the area where you want to release energy. It sounds complex, but it's actually pretty simple. And before you know it, I had started thinking of all the stuff I was grateful for. And I noticed after the session that I felt happy.
Reiki is calming, relaxing, any physical pains, it helps with that. It helps clear the mind, and it helps elevate the energy of the human and clearing out any negative energy.
Members also had the chance to learn about accessible self-care practices that can be incorporated into everyday life.
I volunteered a lot of different things, so I guess it's time to look after myself.
Highlighting that it's self-love. And then today was really special for us because it's International Self-Care Day, and I really wanted all the members to just have a day of self-care instead of just an hour, which is every Friday.
Organizers say the event is also an opportunity for members to connect, build relationships, and to prioritize their overall well-being. Ellen Everson, CTV News, Sudbury.
The fire department in Temagami used a recent grant to get some new equipment. The department was selected for a $10,000 grant from TC Energy's Community Investment Fund, which allowed them to purchase gas detectors and an automated test system. The department says the gas detectors are a key piece of equipment that lets them know if there are hazardous gases present, allowing them to better plan their firefighting methods. A touching tribute today for a Blind River OPP officer, and one that has a public safety message attached. Once again this year, OPP places a cruiser on the front lawn of the Blind River detachment, encouraging passers-by to slow down. The tradition was started by Constable Andrew Hall, affectionately known as Dance, who looked for creative ways in getting drivers to slow it down. He even placed a mannequin 1 year in the driver's seat. Dance passed away 10 years ago from ALS. May his memory be a blessing, and in his case, a lesson to all of us. It's time now for a short break here on CTV News. Coming up, I will have your full weather forecast. But for now, a look at the current conditions around the region. Still quite mild out there. Cloudy skies across the board. Clear skies in Chapleau to Miskaming Shores, North Bay, sitting at 19 degrees in Sudbury. Your full forecast is coming up next. Welcome back and happy Friday, everyone. We made it to the weekend, and of course, we all want to know how the weather is going to be shaping up for this weekend. Let's take a look, starting with the forecast radar. So we do have some scattered showers across the board heading into Saturday, depending on where you are. And 24 hours later, as we look at Sunday, a little bit similar kind of story there. Some scattered shower activity. Wawa, you're going to be seeing the most rain, 19 millimeters of rain by the time the weekend wraps up, but nothing too significant, not enough to cancel plans necessarily. 7-day forecast starting with Sudbury Nickel Belt. Chance of showers for tomorrow getting up to 25, which is the normal for this time of year. That continuing throughout the weekend and into Tuesday. By the time Wednesday rolls around, we see a mix of sun and cloud getting up to a high of 26. For Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, chance of showers, risk of thunderstorms for tomorrow, high of 23, 25. On Sunday, slight chance of showers there continuing into Monday, getting up to the normal for this time of year, and then pretty comfortable conditions otherwise. Mix of sun and cloud Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, getting up to a high of 26. For Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, 5 to 8 millimeters of rain for tomorrow, getting up to a high of 22 with a risk of thunderstorms. Chance of showers on Sunday, continuing into Monday to start the week. Cloudy skies on Tuesday, getting up to a high of 23. For Timiskaming Shores, Kirkland Lake, chance of showers for tomorrow, high of 26. Holding on to that temperature for Sunday. Similar story there. Less chance of showers, though. Hopefully we see a little bit more sunshine in between all of that. 25 on Monday with a chance of showers. And then we get to see some sunshine return again by Wednesday into Thursday. And finally, for North Bay, West Nipissing, chance of showers for tomorrow, getting up to a high of 26. And then a 3-day stretch of that temperature continuing into Monday. By Tuesday, temperatures drop 2 degrees to a high of 24 with a chance of showers. Mix of sun and cloud on Wednesday, high of 24. So we're going to see a little bit of scattered shower activity over the weekend, but nothing too significant. That was your full forecast. An Ottawa neighborhood is one of the trendiest in Canada. That's according to Airbnb, which has released a list of its most popular trendy spots. CTV's Camille Wilson reports.
For Grant Craig, the Glebe is one of his favorite areas to visit in Ottawa.
I think it's more of a real experience of Ottawa versus, the more touristy areas like the market. So it's kind of, it's got more of a hometown feel.
That's why he's showing his girlfriend around the neighborhood.
He really loves this area, and he thought it'd be great to bring me out here.
The couple visiting from Sudbury exploring the area on e-bikes.
I took her down the canal and came in Lansdowne, and this is an area that's, easily accessible from the canal.
The Glebe has landed on Airbnb's list of Canada's top 10 trendiest neighborhoods, meaning bookings are up nearly 180% year over year.
It's very community oriented.
I love coming down here. I just live over the bridge in Old Ottawa South, but it's got a great vibe. It's nice to walk into, little stores rather than great big box stores. The service, I find, is much better.
Bank Street full of local restaurants and shops, including Compact Records, which has been here for 30 years.
The blend of stores is unique in two ways. There's not a lot of one category, and in probably 75% of the stores, the owner's in the store, which makes a difference. The owners, because I am one, have a vested interest in ensuring the store does the best that it can.
But over the years, residents say things have changed.
With the construction of Lansdowne, it's, traffic problem has increased. Parking has always been a problem here.
Still, visitors say it's a local community worth seeing.
I love it. Yeah, it's very nice, very quaint, lots of little shops, coffee places, my kind of place.
Camille Wilson, CTV News.
Sudbury's first ever UltraCon is underway. Fandoms will be uniting at the newest comic convention at the Radisson Hotel this weekend. Acclaimed voice and on-screen actor Gary Chalk will be chatting with fans and signing autographs throughout the weekend. Chalk has been a mainstay in Canadian television, having roles on Cold Squad and SG-1, but many recognize him from his voice. His career spans more than 30 animated series and hundreds of individual roles in cartoons, anime, and video games. Chalk is looking forward to meeting Sudbury's fans.
I think a lot of people want to see the voices or the actors behind the voices. They want to see who does these things, and it's very exciting for them to meet you face to face because you were their childhood, as this fellow was saying earlier. It's your childhood.
Celebrity guest Peter Williams of Stargate SG-1 fame will also be on hand this weekend. The event features a large board and video game area, and people are encouraged to dust off their finest cosplays. UltraCon wraps up Sunday. A new attraction is coming to North Bay this weekend. Machinery gives everyday folks a chance to use heavy equipment to crush, dig, and otherwise be destructive.
I'm like, wow, this is crazy that Canada doesn't have something like this. So we started looking around, looking into it. I'm like, well, I think I could bring this to Canada. And then we looked around for some funding programs, and NOHFC came to the table and said, we will be happy to partner with you on this as a tourism grant to sort of bring this kind of entertainment to the north, and it sort of snowballed from there.
Machinery opens to the public tomorrow. Reservations are required and can be made through their website. There's a unique improv group hitting the stage at the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival in Montreal. They call themselves the world's first Down syndrome improv troupe. CTV's Christine Long has their story.
No fear, improv here! Improv is fast-paced, think on your feet, comedic acting, with plot points yelled out by audience members. It's a challenge for anyone. The Improvineers are all young adults with Down syndrome. Henry Snow loves performing.
I feel motivated, I feel loved, I feel amped up.
His dad is the founder of Stand Up for Downs to help his son and others.
Anybody who takes an improv class is going to learn something, whether it's a better way to communicate with others, eye contact, voice projection. It gives you a big dose of self-confidence, but also problem solving, quick thinking, creative thinking. So when I started the program, I thought, well, all of this plays with people with developmental disabilities and people with all abilities, right?
The performers are building their social and workplace skills and trusting each other in front of live audiences.
I try to calm them. Since if everyone has my back, I have their own back as well.
Just for Laughs headline comedian Ron Funches visited their rehearsal at Théâtre St. Catherine to talk about challenging people's perceptions and breaking barriers. That's all in a 2027 film about the Improvineers. Performer Nick Doyle is playing it all cool. You have a documentary crew following.
Yes.
What's that like?
Speaking of challenging, they are challenging, but if I'm being honest, we got the best crew.
The cast and crew will all be at Théâtre St. Catherine Saturday at 5 p.m. for live performances by the Improvineers. Tickets are $25 for a one-of-a-kind show. Christine Long, CTV News.
Still ahead tonight on CTV News. Northern Ontario's own Shania Twain gave her hometown a shout-out recently. A new movie was shown in North Bay tonight featuring some cities that may look familiar. The Outer Threat was shot in North Bay and Powassan. The sci-fi thriller explores family, discovery, and the consequences of revealing a world-changing secret. The film stars American actors Constance Wu and William Fichtner, but was shot with a northern crew. It was an electric night of live music in Timmins. Crowds packed Hollinger Park earlier tonight for day one of the annual Rock on the River Music Festival, featuring performances from American rockers Plush and headliners The Offspring. The two-day event wraps up tomorrow night, shifting genres, with country stars Russell Dickerson and Jade Eagleson taking the stage. And finally for us tonight, Northern Ontario's own Shania Twain was on CTV's Your Morning today talking about her new album, Little Miss Twain. Twain says the album is an homage to the start of career when she performed in local bars here in the North. She told Your Morning host Anne-Marie Mediwick what it was like writing the album.
I was reflecting back on things that made me laugh and chuckle and made me happy, remembering all of the great things about the North.
house where I was raised. Share my things with all my neighbors and my siblings. I don't work all night to spend my nickels and my dimes.
And shout out to Timmins, Ontario, by the way.
Timmins, Ontario.
Twain says the new album features some backup vocals from her 24-year-old son, Asia. Little Miss Twain is out now. And I'm a huge Shania Twain fan, so I'm gonna have to give it a listen. That takes us to the end of our newscast. Thanks for spending a bit of your Friday night with us. Have a great weekend. Good night.